Hello and welcome. I am Jonas and I'll play some music for the next hour or so. When we're sitting live from Øen and it's really like cold, beautiful weather outside today. And there's like snow, but the sun is shining. It's quite lovely. And like this weather always give me the urge to listen to weird nice music. So today I'll play weird nice tapes. And we'll start out with a tape by Italian musician Francesco Tinola, who is running the label Joy di Vivra, which is probably one of the oldest like Italian tape underground tape labels. And he has this project Alicia Morningstar, which put out a tape some years ago on another Italian label named Angst. And we're going to hear the A side of that tape. And I am faded in slowly now if the music starts on time. So this was Italian nice artist Elisha Morningstar, and I really love this tape. It has like a really, it's like really raw and has this like crude, homemade like tape saturated sound, but it's also, I feel this is like really delicate and varied, and there's a lot of like, it has a lot of different moods, and it's a quite short tape. It's around 20 minutes, I think, but it's, yeah, there's a lot happening, and later on there is also like synth stuff, and yeah, it's great. But I can recommend checking out the J.D. Vifra tape label if you're into stuff like this. Now we're going to listen to a tape by, I think, Polish artist Martina Bastia. I really hope that I don't like say her name totally wrong, but it's a tape named "Making Eye Contact with Solitude," which came out on the label Warm Winters in 2020, I think. And it's like, I often find it pretty like hard to enjoy computer music or like heavily digitally edited music, because for me it often lacks like the homemade or like the happy accidents feeling of tape recording. But this release, I feel, captures a lot of like these like spontaneous energy, even though it's highly like digitally highly digital like collage compositions. And we're going to listen to a small part from side A. I think it might be like the second track on the tape, but the tracks are sort of connected, so it can be a bit hard to know. But it's from the tape named "Making Eye Contact with Solitude," and I'll play it here. So this was Martina Bastia. Um, and now we're going to listen to another pretty new tape by an American project named Goddaughter, which is it's like pretty like old school like uh, tape manipulation, industrial stuff, or industrial ambient stuff, I would say. But it's released on this lovely tape label named Throne Heap, which do these like really, really beautiful silk screened artworks for their tapes. So they're all like they're really beautiful and silk screened by hand by the guy who runs the label. Yeah, and I tried to collect a few of these, but they are kind of had to get in Europe, unfortunately. But I have this one by artist Goddaughter, and we're going to listen to a few minutes of. I think it's like the beginning of the tape, and I'm not. I am not totally sure on like the if these if it's like divided into tracks or if it's just like one piece, longer piece, but we'll see. Oh, it's we're going to listen to the next tape, which is a compilation on German tape label Wagner, and it's like a compilation series which is loosely structured around the stages, the grief stages, and this is like the last part, and it's titled Acceptance, the compilation, and we're going to listen to a track by American artist Theodore Kale Schaffer. I think after a lot of like murky tape stuff, it was time to listen to some proper acoustic music. So now I just need to find out where I put the tape. It's here, perfect. So I have I have the tape machines and the microphone, and then I have this big gloves on because I get like small electric shocks from the gear. But Anton, who runs this place, kindly gave me these big gloves so I won't get like grilled by the electronics. And Anton is hanging out here and patiently listening to the radio show. So it's great. I think now the tape will start. I hope so. It's on this channel. Perfect. this track and the tape are starting, and I think I'll just keep it in the background while I'm talking. So I'm kind of slow on using the mixer today because of the big gloves I'm wearing, but it's part of the experience. So we'll continue to play like real instruments music for some time and then probably go back to noise tapes at the end. But I found a tape by an artist named Lisa Lakenfeldt. And she is from Australia, I think. Or, no, yeah, Australia. And she's put out this tape on the French label Shelter Press titled A Liquor of Daisies, which is like just like 40-minute long piano piece, which, and there are not much happening. It's almost like a loop, but there are these like small changes happening, and it sounds pretty boring, and maybe it also is, but I like it, and I like having really long tapes to have playing while I'm doing nothing in particular. So yeah, it's great. So we'll play a few minutes of that. So the next tape will be a tape by my friend Mads Gravers Nielsen, who works under the name Atto Veri. And he does like this organ drone music. He works in a church here in Copenhagen, so he has like access to the church organ and records a lot of does a lot of recording, but it's not like organ music in a traditional sense. It's like heavily tape manipulated organ, and often a lot of recordings layered together. And we're going to hear a few minutes from his first tape, which came out on Partial Isolation in 2016. Yeah, and it's he told me the other day that it's like 3 or 4 layers of recorded sound from the organ, then played through tapes, and yeah, sort of like re-aimed through tapes a lot of times. So the next tape I'll play is by an American project named Apologists, which I don't know that much about, but this is a tape released on the artist's own label named Austerity Measures. The label is named Austerity Measures, and the tape is from 2020. And it's one of the few like ambient tapes from the last year with which I've been really like intrigued about. I bought this tape without I couldn't find anything from it online, but I was like intrigued by the label aesthetics, and yeah, it turned out to be a really beautiful tape. So we're going to listen to a snippet from that one. Next up will be a tape by Japan-based artist Sila. And this tape is titled It Would Have, But It Wasn't, and came out in, I think, 2021, as far as I remember. And we're just listening to this first part of side A of the tape. Last up, before the next DJ takes over, is a track from a compilation tape on the label Eastern Nurseries from Portugal, Portugal, which is a track by, I suppose, a Finnish artist, having the artist name Quinuster. I think I really don't know how it's like supposed to sound, but yes, it's the last recording I'll play. Thank you for listening.